What's up, guys? Right now we are at my friend's 2000 Honda S2000 AP1. This is my first ever car review, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and everything. But I have a story to tell you guys. So I was waiting for about 30 minutes and then I let another 5 minutes pass. I'm wondering, where's Doug? So I go ahead and give Doug a call. When I finally get him to answer the phone, it was raining around that day and his car spun out of control. There's a reason why they call it the Mini Viper. I really like how the car handles with the 50-50 weight distribution. It's very predictable when you're going around a turn. I mean, the only downside so far that I have about the car is that the cup holder is right here next to the shifter, and that the amount of storage space in this car is very minimal. You have a trunk, you have this thing right here which opens up, and that's about it. It's not really the best road trip car.
Drove all the way to Chicago in it. That was something.
Yeah, that must have been like a very interesting drive.
Real tight spacing.
So far, the mods done to the car, he has reupholstered his seats to red and black interior to match the carpet. I actually thought that the seats came with the car. He also changed his diff to the AP2 differential. It's a lot more durable than the AP1. And he also traded his stock wheels for his Megan Racing coilovers. The exhaust on this car is imported from Japan. What exhaust is it exactly?
It's the S-Polar exhaust.
S-Polar, yeah, it sounds very nice. And what test pipes?
I got the NVIDIA test pipe.
NVIDIA, yeah, that's a pretty good route to go. So, me being 6'2", and I've ridden in S2000s before, but I've never actually driven one. This is my first time. But the difference between the driver and the passenger seat is a 25% difference. You have less space, 25% less on the passenger side rather than the driver. This actually isn't too bad, and it's a very good seating position. Alright. VTEC, yeah, hits around 5,000 RPM. The difference between the AP1 and AP2, which is kind of funny, is that the AP2 has 2 cup holders, and that's why they call it that. But also the AP2 has a 2.2 liter, while the AP1 has a 2.0 liter. A lot of the S2000 drivers agree that the AP1 is a better track car, while the AP2 is overall a better car. Before the S2000, there was the AS600, and what I like about this car is that he put the S600 Honda sticker on the back of his trunk. It looks pretty cool to me. One thing I've heard about these cars is that they can handle a lot of horsepower on the stock block. I think it's around like 400 just from boosting it alone. And what I've seen is that with the AP2 is they changed the pistons and rods and turbocharged it and made 700 horsepower to the wheels.
The biggest thing is the superchargers. They make a reliable horsepower. Make sure you don't break anything while you're doing it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of car reviewers talking about how the supercharger kind of goes in hand with the VTEC, since it's all instantaneous and you don't have like any turbo lag because it's a supercharger.
And there's John at LHT Performance. He specializes in S2000s. He makes a supercharger, Kraftwerk supercharger. He'll put it in.
I really like the seating position for this car. I like how the digital cluster is there instead of your typical like needle and little lines. It's a lot easier to read. It's actually pretty up to date for a 2000 car, you know? Not too many cars really have that in the 2000s, that I know of at least.
It was one of the first cars to do push to start.
Yeah, push to start, yeah. Honda really was stepping up their game with this car. I see why so many people prefer the S2000 over all their other platforms. One thing about VTEC is that it kicks in about 5,000 to 6,000 RPMs, and when it does, you can see why this car feels like a track car. Alright, well, I really enjoyed this car review, especially in the Florida hot sun with the top down. It's just a very fun car to drive. Oh, police just passed us. Oh well. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you guys for watching. Just comment, rate, and subscribe. And remember, let's turn our dreams into reality.